man. Let's talk about it. This is why I often tell people, don't fall in love. Don't fall in love in business. When you in business, the last thing you could afford to do is fall in love. A lot of y'all don't understand what that means in business. When it comes to business, falling in love is the killer. People be like, oh, I love this place. I love doing what I'm doing. I'm loving this so much. You love it so much, you don't realize you're being mistreated because you can't see it. You love it so much, though. You've been there for so long, you love it so much, you can't tell when you're being mistreated. You ever been at a job, you loved it there, you have a good time, but you don't even realize you're underpaid. So you don't want to become that person that gets stuck, falling in love with a job. You're like, wait a minute, yeah, you're falling in love with the work. And it's okay and it's cool to like what you do, but you got to understand that it's a business. It's not supposed to love you. The business is not supposed to embrace you and say, hey man, you know, we think of you as family, we love you. Because then it's hard to conduct business. Because you are going to forever think like, okay, this is a family affair. Yeah, I messed up a lot of money, but we family. So what if I cost the company a lot of money? We can make it back, right? We're family. Yeah, I slack off a little bit, but we're family. Sometimes family just ain't cut out for business. And you got to learn that the hard way. Now, if somebody provide a sense of duty and they can work and they're good at their jobs, then yeah, okay. I can see you paying that kind of money. But other than that, I can't see it. It don't make sense. I mean, that's a no-brainer. If 50 Cent is coming with what I'm hearing is a $5 million deal for Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder to do this 50 Action TV thing, the streaming thing he got, then, you know, it ain't gonna make sense. If I'm getting paid $5 million to do something else, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be doing this. You know what I'm saying? If somebody paying me $5 million a year and I agree to do that, you know, he's gonna see if he can do both, but it wouldn't make sense to do both. Why are you gonna be working for peanuts in the circus when you got millions of dollars on the table? Tony Yayo has been doing Vlad for, you know, Vlad has done a couple of episodes with Tony Yayo. And they've had some viral moments because Yayo got stories for days. And because of that, Tony Yayo was able to secure himself a very good financial position with Djvlad. Now, granted, Vlad has always been a stickler. But it's funny how he came on his platform and said, this might be my final episode. Because yesterday's price ain't today's price. And he started arguing publicly with a Jewish guy about money. Oh, baby. Did that stereotype play out? Oh man, Vlad is such a whore for views. He would let that be on the video, word for word. Because he needs the hits and views. You see, this is all like Vlad's like, this is all I got, man. Vladtv, that's me. This is it. This is what I put into everything. But that's because he made his window so small. Had he thought bigger and out of the box, Vlad could have been a lot bigger. But he want to be in this space and try to make himself a giant. He's not a giant, but he likes to make himself believe and want the people to believe he is. Like, man, Vlad's huge. No, he gets a lot of traffic because he does that, but in the real world, people don't really know him or deal with him on no levels. You don't see Vlad at functions. None of the A-listers have Djvlad. So no, he's not up there. And this is what I keep talking about, the internet world versus the real world. Two different things. And when you get all the B-level talent that come on your show, is because they will do anything for a check. D.L. Hughley would do anything for a check. That's his moment of what would you do for a Klondike bar. That's him. Now, when you start putting in all these pieces of the puzzle together, you start saying to yourself, man, did I really mess something up here? No. That was the vehicle and what you're supposed to use it for. If you come on Vlad, you're there for a reason. If you're there just to get a check, then I don't know what to say for you. But if you're there to boost your whatever platform or whatever thing you got going, because you're on that show, is going to boost you up, then by all means do it. Pointed example, Gilbert Arenas and John Sally would go on the show, and I talked to Sal. I said, Sal, why would you go on that man's show? Why would you go on that man's show? Knowing how divisive he is with black folks. Why would you go on his show? Just curious. And D.L. Hughley, Mr. What's do this for the black man, keeps running the Vlad show. After watching over and over how egregious he was towards us. How disrespectful he is. But yet, he finds and make allowances for him because he gets a check from him. So now that Vlad has admitted that he's paying for views now, and, well, not views, but guests to come on his show, now that the cat's out of the bag that Vlad pays money, not all of his videos are a hit. Meaning that he doesn't make a lot of money on a lot of these videos. Which is 100% true. Djvlad does not make a lot of money on a lot of these videos. Some of them are just basic. Or he takes a loss. To y'all see the numbers and go, wow, well, he did good. Those were good numbers. Nah, not for Vlad. See, Vlad's got to do a certain crescendo of views. So if he's chopping it up and the guy did his part, he got his money and he's gone, the rest of them got to sit there and they got to deal with it. Isaiah Lord Thomas III is the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. I say it all the time because I actually believe it. I don't say it for shock value. I want to go viral. I was saying this before there was a such thing as viral. When viral meant something else. Now, let's look at the dynamics. Now, if I'm Tony Yayo, as you can see, Vlad was all flustered because he's like, no, is this your last interview? It's your last interview, man. I want to thank you for coming by and giving me everything. We're going to leave as friends. And, thank you. We made a lot of money together, and I don't want to. He starts going into panic mode because he's like, look, man, hey, that 40 that you was finna, that what's his name was asking for, that sounds like a good asking price. Plus 30%. He wants 40 plus 30%. So if people coming through the door like that, for you to interview them, they must have something that's going to break the internet. Because they have to get their money back. And if they're not getting their money back, is it going to be worth it? That's the bigger question that's on the table. Are they getting their money back? 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with people that's not going to be able to pay you back. See, this is why Alicia Keys and all these people, they won't be or appear on Vlad's show. But they'll go on Drink Champs. Why? Because they know Nori. Nori is a somebody to them. Nori isn't a nobody. He's a somebody. That's why it's baffling when you hear other people start talking the way they do, because it doesn't make any sense. Why would you make these engagements? Like, what would be your need to want to go down that road or that path? Why? It was strategically genius of Tony Yayo to do that publicly on the show. And it was great that Vlad put it out to the world. Because he's a whore for views. So he needed that. So he wanted to put that out to the world so that they can have their opinion, to make it look like Tony's he might leave. So everybody's jumping up and gonna make a video about it. Smart. So now he's getting free marketing and promotion to his video. But let's say it's true and you lose Tony Yayo. Does that hurt his page? Absolutely, because people who don't mess with Vlad, who would never watch it, would watch it because they like Tony Yayo. But you're not going to get Mariah Carey to sit down over there. You're not going to get Kevin Hart on Vlad. You won't see it. You won't get Tiffany Haddish on Vladtv. You're not going to see that. Nas, Jay-Z, Future, Drake, they're not going to sit down with Vladtv. Kendrick Lamar, not sitting down with Vladtv. None of the A-listers will sit down with this man. Some of the clients they have in their card, no Vladtv. You're not TMZ, dog. They don't respect you. You know, you hate to be the guy to bust everybody's bubble, but sometimes you just have to do it. Because, see, people just don't get the message sometimes. They refuse to want to hear you. So it's almost like you got to shout to the clouds, to the moon, everything. You got to shout, scream to the ceiling, just so they hear and they understand you. Like, bro, they don't need you. Hit the like button, good people. I know y'all just got here. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. It's your boy Carcino here. And we're going to talk about all of this and get it laid out. What 50 Cent is doing, the whole nine. Hit the like button. Like it up. Most of the stuff Yayo talk about, I've heard about. Some of the stuff I didn't. But I don't even watch Vladtv. I'll see a clip and be like, I want to hear the rest of that. Because it's him. Now you got Boosie on there. You got to pay Boosie. And Boosie bragged he got $500,000 a year one time. Like, Vlad paid me $500,000. That's how much I got from Vlad. Vlad done gave the main $1,000 for the video. And y'all tell. So, yeah. Those notions go back and forth all the time. They ain't playing no games. It's because I'm real about it. When you see somebody come up one way and to pretend to be something else that they're not, the majority of the time they are faking. I kid you not, they're faking. No, they really don't have a clue when it comes to the dynamic of we're going to do this the right way or the wrong way. They don't have a clue. No. Vlad, this is all he does. This guy came up dealing with adult film stars and promoting them when he was building his platform up, using top-notch equipment and all of this stuff because he wanted to be seen, he wanted to be known, he wanted to be that guy. He got to be top dog. You know what I mean? So if you're forever living in that bubble, that stanza, that type of mental, hogwash, you're gonna be forever caught up. You're gonna be caught up in all this, bro. It's no way out. Now, Vlad has put himself in a position now, it's harder for him to get guests. That's why he's interviewing people like academics. The hell you interviewing him for? What? Why are you interviewing DJ Academics? Because now you earn with the prick. So you want to help boost him up, and you don't got to pay him. Then you got academics who comes in the clubhouse and want to talk. Whack 100 got a clubhouse, and then he came up there and talked and spoke. Mm-hmm. Of course, it was funny because, a Jewish guy and money, you gonna try to negotiate with a Jewish guy with money and you see the crackling in the voice. You think a Jewish guy want to pay you that kind of money? That stereotype came up so fast. Boy, he got tight quick. Like, he's immediately not paying that price. Because one, he can't afford it. He cannot afford to pay you what 50 gonna pay you. So he'll tell you take the money. He loved having you, but he can't afford it. He gonna go ahead and interview DC Young Fly or somebody. Right, he gonna be like, and welcome back, Youngberg. How you doing, Youngberg? I'm doing great. Alright, that's why you think Youngberg is interviewing with academics. Why do you think he's doing that for? You think everybody's ringing his bell? No. Right, you think they get invited to industry parties? No, somebody else got to invite them. They get to go to Rolling Loud. Well, the thing is that it was the same interview, I believe. When he kept telling him about Marlin Wayans, because the Wayans brothers and all of them, they're all in Hollywood. And all that. And when Vlad did all that, and it looked weird because Marlin's connected with all these people that's around Tony Yayo. Like, they respect the Wayans brothers. And to see that go down the way it did, and Tony Yayo's sitting over there, it looked weird. So Tony Yayo be like, man, I'll be getting a lot of heat because of you, Vlad. That's what he's saying. Like, I got to take a lot of heat just for being associated with you. Like, he didn't know it was like that. He just thought it was like internet dudes. But it's like a whole, like, energy mob that don't like Vlad. Because of the type of interviews he do. Like, Nas didn't like when he interviewed his baby moms and grabbed her. Started asking her all these crazy questions, and he ain't like that one bit. And then from that point on, Vlad was done. I mean, done. He couldn't move, he couldn't operate. There was nothing he could really do on that side. He had burned the bridge. And that's why he got to go through Sergio and tried to bring her to the platform so she can conduct the interview, and Vlad don't have to be there. See, Vlad got certain people that he'll have them do the interview on his platform, Vladtv. But they'll be a lot of them will say, hey, you work with Vlad, that's cool, but we will not interview with you if you're connected to him. And Sergio got a lot of connections in the music business with all these rappers and people that's in the entertainment business. Like, she is plugged in, and she doing interviews from her couch in her apartment. But she don't be making the money like that. Her Instagram ain't even big like that. Vlad was supposed to help her out, but it all went left for him, and he apologized to her because he wants her client list. He needs it. But what she found out is that a lot of people don't deal with him. And she was like, a lot of people just don't like you, Vlad, and that's just it. Like, you wanted to get Mariah Carey and she didn't want to interview with you. You were mad. See, Vlad acts like a child when he don't get his way or somebody turn him down, and then he wants to play the same game that he does with everybody. Start asking everybody about the person. So what do you think about Tyrese, man? He didn't want to do my interview, and he started talking about me, and start asking everybody that comes on the show about him. And these brothers be so stupid, they fall for it. And they be answering the question, well, I think, instead of saying, what's that got to do with me? That has nothing to do with me. Why are you asking me questions about him? Because what he's going to do, every guest that he's interviewing, he's going to be asking them questions. So basically, he's creating the interview with Marlin Wayne without it even appearing on the show. And Marlin Wayne's, what would his career be like if he don't go on Vlad? Okay, Marlin Wayne could go on Drink Champs. He can go anywhere. And see, this is the problem. When we have some of our former artists that were black, who were once high requests, first on the call sheet, second on the call sheet, to not on the call sheet at all, and they looking like Vlad is the way to get back on. No, you're not going to get back on Vlad. Sorry. It's not going to happen. All you're going to do is alienate yourself from ever being spoken of again and validating why people are not talking to you when they see you on Vlad. I won't say no names, but somebody went on Vlad, right? Did an interview. It was chopped up, and the way the titles were mad crazy, and they caused a lot of problems for this person, and he don't know it. Nobody gonna tell you in Hollywood or in the industry you have a problem or they have a problem with you. You just gonna know certain opportunities are not gonna be there for you no more, and you ain't gonna know why. You're not gonna know why. That is a major situation to understand, people. It'll go bad for you, and you won't even know why it went bad. And you'll be like, man, what happened? I'm back. I thought this was gonna help me get back on. People look like, you went on that show, man. And like, people was like, man, if you were struggling, you should have just said you struggling, or I would have helped you, did something. Now I can't do nothing for you. You know, and it's like, whoa, what did I do? What happened? It's like, man, you went on that show and then you said this and this and that. He's like, I didn't say that. It's like, well, here's the title. It says it right here. That's not what I said. This is taken out of context. So now the title is the problem. So the person reached out to Vlad and said, yo, that title is crazy. You know, change that title, dog. That's not what it is. That's just the entertainment value. That's just the internet. No, because that's messing me up in real life. I need you to change that, bro. You're doing too much. So now we're putting ourselves in a position to be exploited. No man does. This is why D.L. Hughley just really exposed himself once again. I keep telling y'all, this dude would do anything for a bag. He was in there talking bad about Kamala Harris. Then all of a sudden, he had a meeting with her, meaning he probably did an interview with her, sat down and got a check, and now he see the light. I was 100% wrong about Kamala Harris. Now he's speaking at DNC events. Like, come on, man, this is a joke. He's a comedian, but that joke ain't funny. It just played out, and it just shows you what a pathetic human being he is. So that's why I don't want anything to do with DL Hughley. Because I see what he is. And I said, oh, okay, I don't want nothing to do with him. He talked about Shannon Sharp. His platform is turned to this and that. Then you go on Vlad. Make it make sense. You see what I'm saying? But you want to talk about him because you want to kiss up to Steve. Because if you align yourself with Steve Harvey, you're going to get opportunities in this game because you ain't good enough. You wasn't good enough to make it in Hollywood. You wasn't good enough to make it nowhere. They gave you your shots. And they knew that you was only a black and white comic. That was it. You weren't even a strong enough comedian to pull it off. You was a black and white comic. All of his jokes were the same. You know, black people, we do stuff like this. White people, they do it like this. That's what I mean by a black and white comic. So that's his jokes all the time. And when you got nothing but what they call race humor, and okay, how far are you gonna go with that? This is why you don't go that far. This is why you do chitlin circuits. They picked you to be in the Kings of Comedy. They brought you in. You weren't even the original king of comedy. You were like a last minute replacement for the opening act. Well, I'm just a truth teller, you know. And when you tell the truth, people, they so confused because they so used to fitting themselves in groups. Like, we're Team Drake. If you said Drake did something wrong, Drake lost. Hey, what are you doing, man? You supposed to be Team Drake. I'm like, no, I'm not Team Drake. I'm Team the goddamn truth. You want me to sit up here and tell you he beat Kendrick Lamar? Hell no, I ain't finna lie to nobody like that. How would you feel lying to yourself? What does that even feel like? You see what I'm saying? I don't even move in that way. I wouldn't even understand how a person could move like that. I can't relate. Right. They want to be the voice of black people so much, right? Where's the DL Hughley Center for Children? Where's the for black youth? Where's the DL Hughley program to help black kids or black anything. What program? What has he done? What has he done? Oh, he spoke at a lot of other people's campaigns. Okay, he was paid and got a check to speak. What has he done? What has this man done? Right. Umar Johnson's 8 years waiting on a permit that he never gonna get. Meanwhile, y'all ain't getting y'all money back. Don't ask no questions. But meanwhile, Mr. T Jr. is over here getting all these checks going on these shows, right? They're inviting him up on the show to do this and do that. It's like, okay, who's paying him to speak? He's telling you to go out and have multiple wives. Knowing that black men have a hard time dealing with one goddamn woman. Now you want them to balance two? Well, when you in a situation like they are, and don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Subscribe to the page if y'all new. Hit the like button. If y'all seen the way they operate, you would already know it's some BS. Straight up and down. Why would you be okay with all that? I constantly ask people over and over again, why would you be okay with that? If you knew this is what this was, why would you be okay with that? Oh, I'm going to do this and that. Okay, well, why would you be okay with that? Why would you be okay with this? You see what 50 Cent did? 50 Cent didn't say, let me do a deal with Netflix. 50 Cent didn't say, let me go do a deal with Amazon Prime. Oh, let me go do a deal with Peacock. You know what 50 Cent said? I could make my own app, and I could blow it up myself. 50 Action TV. That's going to be the most entertaining app from black and Latino households. And then you know what's going to happen? All of those other companies, they're going to want to partner with 50 Cent. You know what a lot of people believe that's not true? You got to own 100% of everything. If you own 100%, a lot of people ain't going to want to deal with you because you got all the money. What's the point for them to work with you on 100% thing? They don't see the point. Sure, they could partner with you and y'all can collaborate and do something, but why? Why would they want to do that? What's the benefit for them to do that? You know, I know billionaires, real billionaires. And you know what they've done to get the money? What these billionaires done to get the money was simple. They went ahead and decided, their infinite wisdom, to get to the money, they gotta become the money. So they play the money game. They're gonna own less than 4% of a business. And people be like, "Dog, they own 4%? Why? That's dumb." It's not dumb. Because that little bit of money, if it becomes big, you get a huge amount, and your tax debt is less because you only own 4%. Now imagine you got 4% in a lot of these businesses. You don't got to be there. You don't got to deal with operations. You don't got to do anything. Your money's just piling up. Because you understand this business. For however much time you have on this earth, hopefully you have 1,000 years, but however much time you have on this earth, you're going to want to try to make the best of it, right? It depends on what you own. Like, you want to own a lot of your, like all of your publishing as you can, but to own like intellectual property and things of that nature, that's cool, but you're gonna have to partner with somebody, and there's got to be enough room for some people to make money. Now you can own 51% of something and still make a good profit, but you got all the responsibility. Charlemagne got the black effect, right? And he's the majority owner, 51%. Who got 49%? The people that gave him the money to get it. iHeartMedia. So iHeartMedia, they get to sit back, give their input, and they got the money. They put it up for this. But all the thing go wrong, it falls on Charlemagne. And not iHeartRadio. They're the minority owners. So it's going to fall on Charlemagne's head. See, y'all got to understand how rich people play the game, and billionaires. This is how they play the game, because this is how they got rich. I told you about the Ray Kroc system. I told you what Ray Kroc... Right, Ray Kroc had... Ray Kroc is the guy that bought the name McDonald's from the people that... the McDonald's. The brothers own McDonald's. The two McDonald brothers. He saw an opportunity. They just cared about burgers. He sold milkshakes. He had a milkshake machine. He wanted to put it in their restaurant. But he saw they had a system that was incredible. They can get a burger out to you in less than 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes, the burger goes off there, goes through a whole system, and you get your burger in less than 2-3 minutes. Can't do that now, but that's what the system was based on in McDonald's when it first started. They had a fast system that could get you get you your food ready to go. Boom. Ready to go, out the door. Now, people seeing that is like, whoa, are you kidding me? No. Bones. Ray Kroc see this and go, okay, I see what I can do here. Ray end up becoming a partner, finesse the brothers to expand when they just wanted one location. Then Ray decided, I own all these McDonald's and I'm tired of all this work I'm doing. And I'm making money on paper, but I'm broke in real life. Because I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that. So the reason why, and he got with a guy who did real estate and said, you're looking at it wrong, Ray. You're not in the burger business. You're not in the restaurant business. You are in the real estate business. Now, what you want to do is rent these properties and this land to these people. They're paying you to operate on your land. And that's what happened. They were paying Ray Kroc to operate on their land. Nope. To operate on their land, buddy. So Ray Kroc came up with a system. He told the guy who was the president of the company, he said, look, I'm going to make you the owner. You're going to own this place. Yep. I'm going to take 4%. He took 4% and said, you're going to own 96% of this store. And the guy was like, hey, great. So now that guy is the owner of that McDonald's. He can promote who he wants. The system doesn't change. He's got to follow the book, and he's going to make a lot of money. He's going to make 6 figures a year, if not more. But now he's got to come into work every day. He's got to make sure the books is straight. He's got to make sure everybody's doing everything, inventory. He's got to make sure he's on top of it, right? Now he's gone. Now, once he was gone, everything changed. I mean, everything changed. He started doing it at every McDonald's. Now, he got all the time in the world. And he's making money hand over fist. Look how many McDonald's there are today. About, how many? 30, 40, 50,000, maybe 100,000. And Ray Kroc's 4% still keeps earning. His family get that 4% for life. They never got to walk into a McDonald's. All them 4% that he got, they still add up out of every McDonald's that opens. Ray Kroc gets 4%. So now that 4%, that don't look so weird now, do it? Now, let's take, for instance, certain practices. Djvlad airing out people's requests, their asking price, making it public. You're never going to get big name people doing that. You think that's going to help you in your channel because you're going to create a Twitter war and like, I got 2 million hits on Twitter off that. Like, this is what I need. I needed that kind of interaction on Twitter. Okay, that's great. You got 2 million reaction on Twitter. Whoop-de-doo. Let's see how much Twitter actions lead to money action. And what you're doing is drying your own well, because people see you do that. That's all they need to see from you. So if you look at mainstream people, they look at what you're doing and say, okay, yeah, he don't know what to do here. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing some silly shit, and I don't want no parts of it. So I'm out. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? Well, when you got people out there that don't understand how business is operating and what they're operating on and how things are set up, how people are moving, people will get it one day. One day. Might not be today, but one day they will get it. Vlad has always been a parasite. So when you see people in their culture and their nature and their true form, and you see the way they act, you see the way they operate, you see the way they move, you start to see what a real industry plant looks like. You start to see what a whole genre of these clowns look like. Right, you don't see Ice Spice or Lotto, and none of these people in the entertainment business are not going to want to deal with Vlad. I've told people constantly they just got to listen and stop trying to act like I'm trying to start beef or promote it. No, it's not even that. It's the fact that I don't like Vlad for what he did involving me. But his practices, his morals and everything about him is sleazy. So when you got a sleazeball, he's like that scum landlord, just, that's scheming off you to boost your rent up. Now, granted, when you start putting 2 and 2 together, then it is starting to make a little bit more sense to you. Every year people are going to have to deal with that. So you're gonna wanna be involved. You're gonna wanna make a way for yourself to start making these. Right, you're gonna wanna make a way for yourself so you don't have to be subservient or need this guy. I can see, like John Sally told me, it helped my business when I go on his show. I said, all right, Sal, if that's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But that guy is not the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a parasite for real. And I'm just like, I wouldn't do it. It's like teaming up with academics. It's been so many people saying, man, you know what? I'm gonna bring y'all two together, man. Y'all talk, man. Y'all really gonna get along. I'm like, I don't want to get along with that mother. You know why? Cause I don't like them. Why would I want to be cool with you when I don't like or stand for? I don't respect you. I don't respect what you do, bruh. Academics said, man, that dude, he don't care nothing about me. That dude don't like nothing I do. No, I don't. Because I don't respect you. So if I don't respect you, that's the tone. That's the attitude. And that's 24/7. We don't close. You got to ask yourself these questions. Tony Yayo's a character. All these dudes are characters. When you start looking at it, you're going to say to yourself, man, for real? Yes, they all characters, B. None of these dudes are as smart as you think. Now, when you see people come the wrong way, this is what they say. Don't come at me the wrong way. Don't do this, don't do that. This is what they mean. Don't come at me crooked. Don't come at me sideways. Oh, hit the like button, man. We should be way over 100 likes by now. I'm like, we should be way over 100 likes. What we doing? I know y'all just got in here, but come on. Yeah, man, it's a lot of people that didn't like it. Exactly. Fifth said, no, I'm going to create 50 Action TV. I'm going to create my own app, and I'm going to put it out, and it's going to be 18 hours of free content. How you going to compete with that? Now look at this, right? With all of that free content and everything, it's going to be like, what's that, Freevee that's on Prime and all that? It's going to be like Freevee. Then another company going to want to pick it up and put it on their platform, like Prime did. He's like, oh, we're going to put Freevee over here. Freevee got access to a certain amount of movies. 50's going to have exclusive content on there. That's going to be on 50 Action TV. He'll have original broadcasts and probably a podcast show with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. They both of them hilarious, period. Can you imagine Uncle Murder and Tony Yayo having a podcast show? That would be insane. Don't let these people go into the research mode. Black folks said they wanted to check him over the minister. But here's the thing. You shouldn't even have to, it shouldn't even come to checking him over the minister for messing up his quote. And he's saying he ain't gonna apologize. And all of that. That was just attention for him. All you gotta do is step away. These are people that don't even care about the minister 24 hours a day anyway. So why has somebody gotta be like, oh, it's the minister? He no bigger than another black man. So if he gonna disrespect another black man, but we gonna say, oh, well, that's the minister. What does that matter? What does his title matter? He been doing this to black men, period. So if you're gonna do that, you gotta make a decision right then and there. And if you care so much about the minister, then why didn't you boycott? They care so much about the minister, but ain't none of them people that was complaining even Muslim. They were eating a pork chop sandwich while they were saying it. Zeus is, once again, you got another Diddy in the making over there. You got Diddy Jr. over there running the show at Zeus. And I hate that because he's a black man from Michigan. And you want him to be successful. But when you start seeing him, he came around just throwing a bag everywhere. So that's when you start throwing a bag everywhere and you start grabbing all these people, then you start seeing all your bad habits start to spill out because you got access to money. You think you can control people with money and dictate with the way things should go. Then you start finding out and learning a harsher reality than what you expected. That's what I'm saying. But we got to get out of this form of, oh, this man got a title, so he's bigger than everybody else. A black man is a black man, period. It don't matter what he did. He could be the janitor. Well, he gonna be like, yeah, but he just that black man, but he the janitor. So it don't really matter. This is why he disrespected that black professor when she was having an issue about just having a conversation that wasn't even involving him. She never tagged him in it. He jumped in and wanted to make a viral moment for himself. Then tried to talking about he gonna call the woman job and try to get her fired. You see, people like that are a nuisance, are a problem. And they feel that they can because no one's there to protect them. He think because he's married to a black woman that he could do this. You're not black. Vlad, you don't have a past to do this stuff. Oh, I got black kids. I don't care about your twin daughters. Don't care. That you got with this black woman who was allegedly in the entertainment business. Nobody cares. Yeah, well, what you don't want is to be in that situation with no escape. no way out. Right. But it took that for him to say, oh, I got to apologize. You see, now they jump up and want to apologize when they see the situation is not fitting. It's not fitting their direction. I ain't got no problem with the minister at all. This is not about titles. When did I say something bad about the minister? No, I didn't. I'm saying that all black men are the same. Quit using a title to put one black man over another. It's not the point. The point is he's disrespecting black people. Period. Not just the minister, he disrespected other black folks. And what I'm trying to tell you, it's not about what title they got. Exactly. So, shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. He told Vlad no, and you saw what happened there. Every time you tell Vlad no, we see what happens. You tell Vlad no, and then all hell breaks loose. He goes on attack mode. He acts like a spoiled little child. But shout out to KB. Shout out to Ticket TV. Dreamers Pro. Damn DPOD. Welcome to HDII TV. Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Don't forget to go on my Patreon, Casino for Life. You see, we active early. So, enjoy those videos over there. Y'all got some early access to some videos that's gonna come out on YouTube someday. We don't know when, but someday you got early access. Then the rest of y'all, yeah. So, peace and blessings out there to y'all. 100. We out. You can see, academics, I'm outside. See, no, stay outside, boy.